In this video, I will discuss chapter number 12, Information Handling with you, that is on page 189 and 190 in the book. Here, before we start the exercises, we will discuss some terms related to information handling. So, we will come to the definition of information handling that says, to know about something is called information, and to present that information in a manageable way is called information handling. Now, data. Any piece of information is called data, and data is of two types, ungrouped data and grouped data. Now, if you look at the ungrouped or scattered data, it consists of different values but not arranged in a table form. See here 7, 8, 9, 6, 4, 2, 3, 1 or 0. These are different numbers may be given by a set of children in a class. So this is not a group data or not arranged data, so it is called as the ungrouped or scattered data. On the other hand, we have group data. The marks obtained by 15 students out of 10 in a test are mentioned here. As you can see, firstly the numbers or the marks are written here and they are in an ungrouped or scattered form. Now when they are arranged in a table form, you can see student name, marks and the frequency is shown. So this alignment or arrangement of the data is called as the group data. Now we will see another important term that is being used in this lesson is frequency. So the number of times a value occurs in a data is called the frequency of that value. For example, the marks obtained out of 10 in a test by 10 students is 3, 5, 7, 10, 7, 9, 3, 7, 5 and 4. Now the data consists of 10 values. Here we see that some values are occurring in more than once, like the number 3. I have circled here for you, like 3 is coming 2 times. See here 1 and 2. So the frequency of 3 is 2. Then the next number is 7. So 7 is coming, let's count 1, 2, 3. 3 times, so the frequency is 3. And the last one, the frequency of 5 is 2. Now the frequency is also arranged and it is represented in the form of a table that is called frequency distribution table. So to write a data in the form of a table in such a way that the frequency of each class can be observed at once is called frequency distribution. Now if you look at the data, this is called as the scattered or ungrouped data, and then the above data is the weight of 50 students selected from the school. Now if we arrange the data, as you can see here, this arrangement of the frequency in the form of a proper table is called as the frequency distribution table. And the first column here is showing the class interval, second one the class boundary, third one is the frequency. Now the class interval actually shows the set of data ranging from 28 to 30, 31 to 33, 34 to 36, 37 to 39, 40 to 42 and 43 to 45. The blue ones that you can see here is called as the lower class limit, the green one is the upper class limit. Then there is a method to find out the class boundaries, because we will be needing it for the drawing of the graph or the histogram for the construction of frequency, for the representation of frequency. So the method is here that subtract 0.5 from the lower class limit and add 0.5 to the upper class limit. So see here, from the blue list of numbers, 0.5 has been subtracted, and here if we see the upper class limit, 0.5 has been added, and the third and the last one is that of frequency, that is summation f is equal to 50. Now we will do the construction of frequency distribution table. Now for that there are two methods, direct method and the tally method. Now we are going to discuss some of the things related to the direct and the tally method, and we are going to compare them from each other. Now in the direct method, it is the method in which the frequency distribution table represents the class interval, the values from the data and the frequency. Now you see here class interval is shown, values are written there that range between this sort of data in each set, and then frequency is mentioned. Here in the tally method, it is the method in which the frequency distribution table represents the class interval, tally marks and the frequency. So if we see the first column, class interval, tally mark and frequency, only a little bit difference is shown here, that the values are written here, whereas in this table, in the tally method, only you have to represent the tally marks. Now there is a way to represent the telemark. Firstly, you need to draw 4 long lines and then a slant line over it. For the frequency 6, firstly 4 lines, then 5th one over it, a slant one, and then the last one separately. So you see here, this is how you have to represent. Now let's talk about the construction of histogram. Now another common graphic way of representing the data is by means of a histogram. A histogram is similar to bar graph, but it is constructed for a frequency distribution table. So for the frequency distribution table, we take the class boundaries on the x-axis, frequency on the y-axis, and the meeting point is 0.2. And you see here that each of the bar is next to each other. So after reading all these definitions from the video, you have to write all these definitions in the copy. This is your homework. Thank you.